I think it's really rare that people in the consultation industry are able to learn from each other and meet each other. It's a relatively small sector and we don't have many opportunities to network, so it's fantastic to be able to meet new people and build relationships within the industry as well. This is the first day and it's been fantastic so far. It's really nice to see a range of speakers coming from different sectors as well, so that a lot of people participating in the conference can take a lot from those experiences from the public sector and the private sector. As a consultant, I work for both sectors, so it's really interesting to hear different experiences. The quality of the speakers was fantastic. I found that people generally had a lot of experience to share and also surprising information and things that we could learn from, and really engaging speakers as well.
It's been a very good learning experience, a lot of hands-on, very practical information that I'm learning, very quick-paced. I've been really impressed with the quality of speakers as well as the participants in the conference itself, from all over the place, from a high-end, top-of-the-line to local, smaller comments. It's been very broad-based.
I think the agenda was planned very well. It was done in advance, well in advance of the event, and there was a good process of bringing in a number of speakers from various areas of the country and also from different industries. And so I've enjoyed not only presenting at the conference, but meeting some of the delegates, meeting some of the other speakers. I think it really has been an event for managing knowledge and for sharing best practices. Everyone at the conference is very interested in the topic, so I think the conference has been successful at reaching people who really want to share knowledge about the area of public consultation, public engagement.
Well, I've met people from across Canada, from Vancouver to the East Coast and everywhere in between, and from potential clients, but also peers that we can share ideas and collaborate with. So a good cross-section of people that I want to talk to. There's nothing else like it. So this is critically important, and this annual will be running 20 years from now, I predict. So this annual conference will be of this nature because it's changing so quickly with digital and social media and everything else, how we consult with people and how to do it best. To stay on top of the game, you have to be at a conference like this to understand what everybody's up to.
I think one of the biggest challenges for industry is building public support for projects that they either want to start or continue with. And sometimes they have a difficult time in getting public buy-in. So any extra information, any other experiences that they can hear about is definitely a benefit for them to come here and hear it and then maybe put it right into their company to be able to promote what they want to do next and get public involvement and build support from public. It's been excellent. It really has been. There's a tremendous amount of knowledge way beyond myself that I'm able to tap into by being at the conference. I feel they're very high quality. I sit there and learn as much as I try to share my experiences with others. So it's been as much a benefit for me as being a speaker here and helping others.
In short, great. And because I'm coming here on my own individually, and I think it was definitely worth the investment. It's not about just meeting new people, learning innovative strategies and approaches, but also understanding that when it comes to challenges in public engagement, I'm not alone. It's interesting to see experience ranging from Aboriginal communities, working with Aboriginal communities and government initiative, as well as from private sectors.
I thought it was a great summit from in terms of the types of participants. We've got a real nice mix of those who are responsible for actually leading consultation engagement efforts for their organizations, as well as practitioners, so those who are helping them to actually structure and do those things. And a nice mix as well from the traditional, the face-to-face, to the online world and social media world. So it's the coming together of those two worlds, which has been quite interesting as well, and the blending of those. Well, from the public perspective, public policy, I think benefits greatly from the involvement of the general public in the development of that policy. And certainly the newer technologies from the online world is enabling people to join the conversation much more readily than ever before. We're recognizing as well that there still needs to be a blend of the various methodologies, but as I say, from a public policy perspective, the kinds of things that people are sharing here, I think, are very important to the development of that and the evolution of those methodologies.
The quality of the networking is really good. I have made some very good contacts with people that have similar values and that I understand. One of the participants said that it was like therapy for her because she works in a place where public engagement is really not understood, and this, for her to find out that there's a whole group of people who really understands it and is committed to it, is really powerful. And I think that's what's happening to a lot of people. I'm hoping that the process of asking people what questions they had and then having the participatory exercise of answering those questions in small groups and the content that comes out of that, I'm hoping that that will help people answer a lot of questions.
I found it fairly interesting. It reinforces some things that I already know and reminds you, okay, that is a best practice. And then there are some other pieces around new tools and particularly around digital and some of the new social media, which I'm finding interesting and trying to figure out how can I use that in my work more so. I like the speakers. I think there's one of the things I really appreciate with this is the efforts to involve First Nations communities and First Nations conversations. I think there's a lot of learning there that maybe folks in the urban center don't get a chance to hear about, and I appreciate that quite a bit.
It's been very good, actually. The first speaker was fascinating. The citizen juries. There's a lot of key elements that I came here to learn about and got some more information about, and then some other concepts that I wasn't expecting. So far it's been a good conference. I really appreciate the diversity of the speakers, and of course the quality of the speakers and coming from the backgrounds that they do and speaking from so far the full range of different opportunities on the table and the different challenges that people are facing.
I really enjoyed talking to everyone. There is quite a diverse group here, so we have the majority of our audience is municipalities. We have quite a few of our clients here, as well as many from the private sector as well. And it's nice that we can come here, and it's a broad range from all parts of Canada that we can talk to. It's really difficult for all these organizations to engage with the public. And so it's really important for everybody to come together and to be able to talk about their issues, whether it just brings up more questions or they find someone that can help them solve their problems. I think it's a pretty important event.